Hello, everybody. How we doing?
Great. Good.
Good. We were talking about wanting to kill something.
In game.
In-game.
Specifically in game.
I didn't clarify.
This is Teal Group. Woohoo!
Hi.
Woo!
Teal is my favorite color.
It's it.
Go
Yeah.
Falcons.
I picked it every time we played Warcraft 3. Always would use teal.
Okay. It's good to hear your voices again, y'all. I hope you're doing well. My name is Emma, she, her pronouns, and I'm the GM, and I also play Rosaline. I'll pass it off to Ryan.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I played Tag. My pronouns are he, him, and her pronouns are she, her. Gnome and Bard. And I'm passing it off to Sky.
Hello, I go by Sky and also he, they pronouns. And I play a fox. I play a shoot fox named Oleander Hollowell. I'll pass it off to Tim.
Hi, I'm Tim. I play Obeafo. My pronouns are he, him. Obeafo is a dude, tall dude who eats a lot. And I'll pass it off to Babibi Square.
Who eats a lot.
He eats a lot.
Player, Yuri, character, Babibi, pronouns, he, him. Now, John Smith.
He is Brian. He is playing John Smith, and he is a simple farmer.
Last time, I think that's everybody.
That's everybody.
Yeah. Last time we examined Kasawana's workshop here in Alkenstar.
Kasawana?
Kasawana.
Kasawana.
A person, his workshop.
Yes.
And you ran into some constructs that you fought and destroyed, and you found some treasure, and you set off some traps. And
I think we're trying to adopt a construct too, right?
And there is a little construct that is that is talking mostly to Oleander. But yeah, there is a construct in this center room over here. Goes by
That's
the name
right.
of Sweep Up.
Oh my, yes, the one who I wanted to adopt immediately upon meeting them.
Yes.
You gotta talk to your SO before you do that.
He'll be fine. He'll come around.
So what do y'all do?
Were we still in initiative?
No.
Definitely finished.
Y'all feeling okay? Do you need any patching up? I know a surgeon.
That's a good question. I'm fine.
Check.
I'm at full.
Should we continue?
How's Sweep Up looking? Does Sweep Up look damaged?
I'm so glad you asked. Yes.
Damage.
Sweep Up does look damaged. He's missing a leg and hopping.
Oh. Oh my god.
I could install a stick if you'd like.
This
I
would be
think-
acceptable.
I'd like to first investigate the room, see if I can find the missing leg.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Wait, we're level
16.
3 or 4?
4.
Somehow I have my copy of John Smith from our other campaign where he's level 2 and has knowledge of Dorari.
Well, don't do that.
Don't know where my character is. Okay, there it is.
The vampire got you when you lost 2 levels.
Yeah, weird. Alright, I'm good now.
Okay. Yeah, it was 16 on the perception.
You do not see a leg in this room.
All right, I'm out of options.
Well, yeah, but he said leg.
John
Alright,
Smith,
24 engineering.
tell me what you do.
I'm going to go out to some of the ruined automaton that we were fighting outside and trying to peel off, like a forearm or something I think will fit on correctly and bring it back to install.
Mm-hmm. You jerry rig a leg that seems functional enough for Sweep Up, and he looks at you and says, "Oh, this works much better than I would expect from a simple farmer. Thank you."
Well, we have a threshing machine that always needs repair, and it's basically the same principle.
And I think he does a little hop and then walks on two legs just like he normally would.
Great. Did we finish our diplomacy with him? I don't remember where we left that off.
He's a buddy now.
Yeah,
Everyone happy?
I think you got to a point where he wasn't
Mhm.
actively hiding from you anymore.
Okay.
He's maybe not the most, or before you fixed his leg, he maybe wasn't the most open to talking. But
Mhm.
after you fixed his leg, I think his demeanor seems to have changed a little bit. His body language in his shoulders and hands and the way that he's gesticulating, because keep in mind he doesn't really have like a face that can make facial expressions,
Mhm.
but just the way that he's carrying himself and making gestures seems a little bit more open than it was before you had fixed his leg.
How long were you hiding out in here? I know those thugs beat you up good.
I am not programmed to understand the passage of time.
Oh, that would be what a blessing if I weren't programmed to understand the passage of time. Well, I think it might be better if you were to stay close to us. Wouldn't you agree?
This would be acceptable.
Great. I'll draw up a contract, I say, and then immediately leave the room.
A contract. Yes, I am ready to sign.
Now, dear Sweet Pup, you should probably read a contract before you immediately agree to signing one.
Oh, where's your sense of fun? I say from the other room.
Yes, fun. I will sign without reading. And he just kind of follows.
Okay.
Arcana. What are you doing, John Smith?
Identifying the unusual wand in this loot box.
Okay. Can you ping the box that you got it from? Oh, is it the loot box that, yeah, okay. Unusual wand. It is a wand of widening. First level spell. It is worth 100 gold pieces.
Nice.
Yeah. First level spell of widening. So, y'all are over in, where is this? The storage room, it seems. Most of you. Some of you are in the workshop. Tag, you just work your way into what looks to be an office. As you step in the room, you don't think you've triggered the trap because the trap was triggered by specifically the door opening, and the door has already been opened.
Good.
But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I couldn't remember if we had looked at everything in detail in this room or if we had like encountered something and run away from it.
Give me a perception check.
Sure. Not great on those today. That's another 16.
16. You look around, you think that you've gotten most everything from this room, but this room may once have served as an outer office and reception area for a business, but it now seems to be equal parts storage and junk pile. What was once a reception desk is covered with wooden boxes of tools and spare parts. The walls have various nails and hooks attached in a seemingly haphazard way, with everything from large hammers to small pliers to a bag of now rotted apples hanging from the wall. Wickerwork mannequin parts, arms, legs, torsos, poke from behind the desk, and a mostly assembled mannequin stands in the corner behind the eastern door. A hand-lettered sign that reads "Workshop" hangs crookedly from a single nail in a second door to the west, with a second mannequin sitting in a chair next to it. A sign reading "Water Closet" is nailed to a door behind the counter to the north. So
Huh, that must be where they keep the water. I grab one of the hammers and give it to Sweep Up.
Sweep Up takes it. What shall I do with this?
Anything that looks like a nail, do what you want with.
Very well.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in the office.
Doesn't seem like it.
Have we checked out this third room to the north of the other two?
You have not.
Okay, I checked the door for traps.
Give me a perception check or thievery check.
That's worse than the others. That's a 13. I am gonna retire this dice.
Okay. So this ruined storage room smells harshly of chemicals and ash. The floor is covered with broken alchemical glassware of every description, the former contents pooling in the center of the room in a multi-hued puddle. Metal shelves, torn books, and scattered notepaper lie everywhere. From what you can tell at the door, there are no traps.
Okay. Just from kind of glancing over the room, does there seem to be something of value intact? Maybe a vial with liquid in it, a potion, something like that?
Honestly, not too much, but you think there's you think there's enough random unbroken gear within this room looking around that you could probably assemble an expanded alchemist's lab,
Wow.
as well as potentially finding some bottles of random stuff. You see a bottle of clear liquid that looks intact in the far corner of the room, and you see a bottle of a blue liquid as well.
Does it look like there's broken glass, like it would be dangerous or hazardous to enter?
Yes.
I report what I find, and I'm going to use Mage Hand to carefully carry some vials to me from where they are spread out in the room and hand them to someone who knows a little bit more about what they are and what they could be used for.
Sounds good.
This probably takes me a bit, so if somebody else wants to do something while I do that.
So, are you reaching your mage hand across the room to grab stuff?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Give me just a moment. Alright, so as you do, you reach your mage hand across. I need everybody
Oh.
to roll for initiative.
What hast thou done?
That's a big token.
It is a big token. So,
Do I have a +10 in initiative because you're giving the +2?
Plus 2. Everybody who's in my aura and an ally gets the +2, except for you because you already have.
Yeah, I already have that.
Sweep Up's gonna stay out of this initiative in the other room.
That makes sense.
Ooh, that's a low number from me.
Ooh, jeez.
That's a high number.
That's a
a
high number.
number for you.
Okay, so as you reach your mage
Great.
hand across, Tag, there is a stirring in the floor. And all of these, like, metal gears on the ground that are interspersed among the broken glass, they start to coalesce and come together into...
Nanites.
Hang on.
I think these are a little bit more macro, given the size of the token.
Maginites.
Into a swarm of these little creatures.
That's a thing.
They're called Trapjaw Tangles, and they turn into
Yeah.
these little tiny Tyrannosaurus-looking gear creatures, clockwork tyrannosaurs but they're very small.
As a player and a character, I would appreciate some knowledge checks. I have no idea what we're thinking.
Alrighty, let's see. Let's switch up the music here. Mhm.
14. Tell me 2 things about them.
Do it in initiative
Yeah, I
order.
think it's an
I
action.
guess.
Alrighty. On your turn, John Smith, I will tell you 2 things about them.
Okay.
Okay. First off. Oh, Rosaline needs to roll her initiative. Okay. First
Glad
off
she's on our side.
is our Trapjaw Tangle. So these gears, these pieces of metals, they like coalesce into little tiny robot tyrannosaurs on the ground. And this swarm of creatures just...
I
It...
see a bottle floating.
How
Yeah,
do you kill that?
they
It
do.
has no life.
Little tricky because y'all are... Alright, it is going to move 5... 10, 15.
Oh, it's a big swarm.
Yep.
It's a big swarm. And then, as its second action, it's going to use its Snapping Jaws action. Each enemy in the swarm space takes a certain number of damages. Basic reflex save. So, from... Who is that? Oleander and Tag, I need a reflex save, please.
Okay.
13.
Fail.
Not my best work.
And 23.
That is a success.
Good for you.
We learned 2 things about this.
Full damage is 17. So Oleander,
Ow.
you take 17 slashing damage. And Tag, you take 9 slashing damage.
Could you thematically describe what happened? I'm trying to
Yeah,
get a mental
absolutely.
image of it.
So imagine this swarm of little tiny tyrannosaurs, metal gear, clockwork tyrannosaurs. They see this mage hand, or this mage hand comes up, they coalesce, and then they see all of you, and they stampede out of the door, squeezing out of the door, and then stand in a circle encompassing Tag and Oleander, and then they just start chomping at the 2 of them, at their legs.
I'm gonna say is I have significantly more surface area than Tag, and also 3 more tails than Tag has. I think that's why I get a little more damage.
Yeah.
A little more fluffy fox to bite off of.
That's fair.
I'm taking a reaction when I would take some damage.
Mm-hmm.
Using unexpected shit. Ooh. So I need to make a flat check. I don't make it, so the damage happens. Yeah, that's it.
But
Okay.
that does remind me, as some of these swarms start biting onto my little fox friend,
Thank
I'm
you.
going to stare at them and make them second guess themselves, so they can either not attack or take enfeeble 2, and also Tag gets DR my level, which we're level 4.
I'll give it to him.
Does that affect robots too?
Obey. Or
There's
sorry,
all
Oleander.
creature types.
It does everything.
Glimpse of redemption.
Here, I'll put it on the chat log for everyone to make sure I'm doing it right.
Lovely. Thank you. I'm not usually a frontliner, so I don't usually benefit from this one.
Okay. It is not immune to enfeebled, which is kind of surprising.
Oh.
But it only affects one of them.
Or it could choose not to attack.
It can choose not to attack.
It's gonna
That
attack.
just that one, yeah.
I'm able to, and I think the DR is level +2, so 5.
Feeble 2, and then. Sorry, you're right.
6.
Redeemer. Resistance 2 plus my level.
So 5.
6.
Are we level 4 or
4.
Oh,
Yeah, so 6.
6. So instead of 17 damage, take 11.
And the enfeebled
I
is
take 11.
after.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Okay.
I think I know my turn.
Okay.
Was that a 2 action, John? The biting us, was that a 2 action thing?
Biting was a single action. The third
Okay.
action is going to be something called Trip and Tangle,
Oh no.
and the group of trap jaws. I think they focus on Oleander because Oleander has taken a bit more damage.
I accept your choice.
I don't.
The Trapjaw Tangle attempts an athletics check with a +10 modifier against the creature's fortitude DC. On a success, the
Okay.
creature is flat-footed until the start of the Trapjaw Tangle's next turn. On a critical success, the creature also falls prone. Athletics. And this is gonna be with a
Oh,
+10
that's
to that for a
pretty-
31. Is that a critical success against your fortitude DC?
It sure
Yeah.
is.
I'm
Yep.
sorry, Sky. I'm
Yep.
sorry. Okay, you are gonna fall prone.
Okay.
Yeah, these guys are kind of intense, y'all.
I was just trying to get the vials.
Okay, Tag. It is your turn. What do you do?
First, I roll a secret check to see
Was your-
what I read from the combat.
Were you within 2 of the check? Because
No.
enfeebled does. Okay, never mind.
That was a crit success.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, you compare this blind occultism check against their something. I know what my character does, right?
Mm.
Remains to be seen.
I think your character
Combat
rolls the
reading.
dice sometimes.
Use your performance cold reading to discover foes' strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so I rolled a secret occultism check against the deception or stealth DC of enemy, whichever is higher. And critical success, you would choose 2 information to give me success. 1 critical failure, you give false information. So
Okay.
I will read the list of information when you're ready, when you know if my result is a critical success, failure, or critical failure.
Ready when you are.
Okay. You can tell me which of the enemy's weaknesses is highest, which of the enemy's saving throws has the lowest modifier, what immunity the enemy has, or which of the enemy's resistances is highest. And in the event of a tie, you should pick one at random.
Okay. You look at this group of creatures and you are certain that they have a strong weakness, a very, they're
Weakness.
very weak, high weakness to electricity.
Then
I was already planning on it, doing that, whether ready or not.
I tell them, I share with the group, hey, electricity seems to work great on these guys.
Duly noted. Ow.
I will cast Electric Arc as my second and third action.
Are you inside the swarm?
Yeah, I sure am.
Does this game have concentration checks? No.
All right. Basic reflex save. You're gonna get a 27 on that.
Success. So half damage.
Oh, goodness.
So half of 11, and then do whatever you got to do for weakness.
Alrighty.
Pretty good.
That's me.
Fair roll.
Okay, Tag. Nice. Next is Obeafo.
Obeafo is going to channel the power in his blood and cast gravitational pull on Oleander.
Thank you.
And so he has this dark energy that pulses out of the palm of his hand, and he pulls him over 10 feet to him.
Very cool. Okay, I'll go
Are
ahead.
you a willing target?
I'm definitely a willing target.
So it's a DC 19 check if you weren't, but I think you just come flying over at me.
Whoop.
Okay, so
And-
as a reaction,
Uh-huh.
cling. Trigger, a creature leaves the trap jaw tangle's space. Effect, the swarm takes 1d6 damage as individual traps cling to the creature and continue chewing, dealing 2d10 persistent slashing damage.
Good
Oh,
lord.
goodness.
So,
I didn't move.
What?
the swarm is going to take max damage, 6 damage.
That's what I like to see.
And then
I'm gonna
Oleander
take it. Well, it's
is-
persistent, so it'll happen on his turn, right?
That's true,
Yes,
and
sir.
when it gets to your turn, Oleander, you will take... Yikes.
I'm not built for this.
You will
What
take
the-
12 slashing damage.
Oh my god.
I'll
On
do
your
it
turn,
now
Are they-
because-
Can I like kick them off of him? Like,
So, the two-tailed box Oleander.
Yeah. Is gravitational pull 2 action?
no, it's one action.
You don't take it till the end of the turn.
Yeah, got one hell of a fur cut.
I will.
And you get to save on it. It's gonna keep happening.
Yeah, I'm not happy about this.
Glad I'm not you.
Uh-huh.
I have to say, y'all, as a GM, this creature is so fun, but also
Mhm.
it's brutal.
Pretty treacherous, yeah. Alright, so step up for 2.
Step up and try to bite for a decent amount. 30.
You're not the only one that can do that.
Yeah, I can bite.
Nice.
Do you
Is that
electric
30 to
blade?
hit? Yeah.
30 to hit.
Okay.
It's not a crit though.
It is not a crit.
That's concerning.
Yeah.
Alright. AC confirmed 21 or higher.
Okay, so is that what kind of piercing damage?
Yes.
All right. You as you
Magical.
bite down. Oh, it is magical.
Well, I have a rune on this.
Potency rune, so it does have the magical trait.
Okay.
We can learn what magical trait means as far as damage and resistance.
I don't know
Let's
if it
do that
actually
because
does
it will make a pretty significant difference. If
Yeah.
it,
Looking it up.
Thank you.
Guys, vamp while I look things up.
Vampity vamp. Vampity vamp. Vampity vamp. The vamp vamp.
I have a question.
Mhm.
With enfeeble, does that
Yeah.
do the DR to the persistent damage? Is
Mm.
it like a strength check? Because it should be 2 less if it is.
I think that sounds right. Let's see. Doesn't look like this affects DR.
It-
Not
Cool.
DR, weakness or whatever. Okay, so
It looks like potency only matters on trying to attack incorporeal creatures. Doesn't change the
Cool.
types of damage.
So, Obeafo, as you bite down, you feel like almost none of your damage goes through.
Alright. Great.
But you did put your face in a carnivorous swarm.
Not the first time either.
Is that your full turn?
That's my full turn.
Alright.
When a bigger foe moves next to me, I goblin swivel 5 feet.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's incorrect. Okay, I'm gonna grab my. Okay. Can I like ask if I know things as opposed to spending an action making a knowledge check?
You know what Ryan is. You know what
Oh,
Hagrid
like-
told us.
I think I am sticking with second edition rules for this with knowledge checks. So I think it will be an
Yeah.
action. Sorry.
Alright. I mean, not for like the monster, for like general knowledge. Like I've had
Oh.
this bag of for a year. Do I know if it can be damaged on the inside by stabby things?
Describe that again. I think I'm more willing to do something like that, but say that again.
Can things inside of the bag of holding bite it and destroy it?
Oh.
Sword
Oh.
pierce, is it?
From the inside or outside?
Yeah. it does say
You
from
can
the
give me a
inside.
free knowledge check. I think it'll be Arcana, probably.
Yep, okay. Alright. One.
Okay. Oh, and dubious knowledge. Weird. Um. Okay. You think that you're pretty sure that the bag would be safe if you were to capture these creatures from within the bag. You also think that if the creatures were to bite the bag from the outside, they could destroy the bag. So from the outside, not good. From the inside, it's okay.
Alright, I have a feeling if I put the bag in their square to scoop them, they're gonna bite it. So instead, I'm gonna scoop up as many of these sandbags on the floor as I can into the bag of holding as an
Okay.
action. Just max it out full of sandbags, and then second action, I'm going to find this ladder.
Mhm. Cool.
It won't let me move my character onto the roof.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't think you can get up to the roof from there.
Alright.
But we'll say you've climbed the ladder and you are standing on the top of this like
Yeah,
awning
just above,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Alright, and then I'm gonna dump all of the sandbags on it.
Like
we're in the same boat here.
Yeah.
you're dumping the sand?
Well, they're like sandbags, right? That's what's in the picture
Yeah.
here.
Hmm.
Yeah, sandbags are pretty heavy.
Okay, cool. I like it. I'm gonna say for each one we'll do 2d4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And let's say you scoop up. You can probably scoop up like in 6 seconds. What do you think? Like with a bag of holding, maybe 4 sandbags, 5 sandbags, 5 sandbags.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
Um,
Do you want me to make an attack roll or just roll damage?
I think this will just be a reflex save on the part of the trap jaw.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Okay, so 33 on the reflex, so it'll be half damage. But go ahead and roll 2d4 for each sandbag. So it's, what, 10d4?
Okay. 26 total.
Okay, so 13 points of damage for half.
Okay. And I
then-
think that'll be all my actions.
Cool. Okay, cool. And next up is Roz. Rosalind's gonna move 25 feet this way. And then I think she'll cast a spell, maybe? Yeah, she'll cast Guidance on Oleander.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's drag that over to Oleander. And then she'll cast Shield. And that's her full turn. Next up is Oleander.
Okay, I take the damage, which I already put on there. I'm prone, so 10 paces for my free action here that I get on my first turn. It says you can step up to 10 feet as a free action. Can I stand? It doesn't say anything about that, but can I use this stand action to not be prone?
So the way I interpret 10 paces is that you have to already be standing to like take paces. So I'm gonna say no.
No problem.
Sorry.
All right. First,
Can you crawl half speed? Or is that a different thing?
I could, but I'd like to be not on the floor bleeding
Yeah.
out. When it gets to that time.
Sure.
Yeah, I will stand on my first action.
Okay.
I have enough to do what I need to, even without the 10 paces. Just hoping for a little more.
Oh, I will free action yell, spread out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go here. Let's go there. I have enough movement for that.
So
Cool.
you go southwest.
Yes. I'm 20 feet away, so that should be fine. I am going to, on my third action, quick draw the bottled lightning and shoo.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay. Good luck.
Does it hit?
Which dice should I use for this?
Blue.
Yeah. 18. That's not gonna do it, huh?
Oof. So that doesn't hit the AC of the creature, but does it work differently with the thrown? What is
The explosion does minimum damage in area. So minimum dice,
Okay.
and then whatever the vulnerability is.
Okay. Okay, so that's still gonna do some solid damage.
It's a little different in 2 weeks.
Is it?
Also, depends what squares you target, John, because I think... I'm sorry.
Go to
So-
that one.
Not John. It's the other.
So that's Haglin's taking minimum damage also.
Sorry.
Throwing.
Don't worry, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, so the splash damage is 1, right?
Okay, so when throwing, I'm assuming this is the same as throwing a bomb.
This is a bomb.
Okay,
It
so
has the bomb tag.
so you make a weapon
now it tags
attack
the
roll
bomb.
against the target's AC as you would for any other weapon.
Yeah.
Strikes to throw out chemical manipulate. Yeah, I guess it just. So
Just
most
like
bombs
that.
also have the splash trait. When you use a thrown weapon, you
This
don't.
does.
Yep.
Range increment 20 feet. 20 feet away.
So I think what happens is it hits the square next to it, and then splash damage goes to the creature.
Oh, okay. And splash, is that based on the number of dice? So it's 2 for moderate bottled lightning?
I don't think the thing gets 2 dice. Moderate, I think, was bigger pluses. Let me look up mine.
Mouse over?
It says
2d6
2d6 plus 2.
2.
Cool.
So
Yep.
I think it's
I think it's
2.
minimum on each.
2 splash damage.
Yeah, so 2 electricity.
Okay, so so what
Better
happens
nothing.
here then, I guess, is you toss this bottled lightning, and
Yeah.
it doesn't land in the square of the trap jaws, but it does land right next to them. And most of the lightning dissipates into other parts of the room, but just a couple jolts strike some of the trap jaws, and it just spreads like wildfire throughout the group. And it takes 10 damage from those 2 splash
Jeez.
damage. Yeah.
Good call. Good plan.
Nice. I don't have it anymore now. All right, that's
That's
all
it.
3 actions. I
Okay.
have 1 of these. What? I have 2 of these. Cool.
Delete the
All right, action 1. I believe I will be taking quite a few negatives on a ranged attack with 2 people in between me and the target. Action 1. 20-foot move. Clear up my targeting reticle. Action 2. Free action. Quick bomber. Draw a bottled lightning.
Hmm.
Action 2. Throw a bottled lightning. 19.
That is a miss.
All right. Minimum damage 10.
Cool.
Jeez.
Nice.
Action 3. Draw my second bottled lightning.
Yeah.
Let's throw it at a -5. Let's maybe draw this and then map it 5. Roll. 19 again. Do we have any
Alright.
music for pluses?
No, I attacked and knowledged. So,
All right, so 10.
and I'm glad I didn't magic, because otherwise I'd be taking all this damage.
No, because I'm not aiming at your square. So you're taking minimum no matter what.
No, if it misses the original square, therefore it doesn't hit me.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, the bottled lightnings came in useful.
they
Those are
did.
Oh, they're dead?
Yeah,
It's
I didn't even
done.
feel bad throwing 2 on this thing.
Oh,
That
wow.
was the right
That was
target.
fast. Good job.
Guys, we all used the thing I said to use. Good work.
I'm glad you knowledge checked it because I didn't have any reason to do that if you didn't.
Yeah. Right.
We still have a guy that's being consistently.
I'm
alive.
concerned that the music hasn't stopped and we might still be in trouble.
Hey
Hey guys,
initiative.
the boss music's still going. Are we in trouble?
I am.
He's getting eaten alive over there. Quick, throw a bottle of lightning on him.
Yeah, so you are, Oleander,
Oh, right.
you are still
Did you
taking
make a save?
damage.
Yeah,
you need-
I haven't saved yet.
First
so-
the flat
so-
check at end of your turn.
Oh, I didn't make that check. So end of turn, my check is. I'm not using it.
Is there kind of aiding on flat checks?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do things that make sense, and the GM says how much it helps.
What's killing him right now?
A bunch
Lots of
Traps
Tyrannosaurs stuff.
But there is one round of you trying to make a flat check. What'd you get?
Do I add anything to this?
No, flat is just
19 on the dice.
That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
that-
You're good.
So it stops biting you.
Nice.
I have a bottle of acid I can pour on him.
We did.
Now!
It looks like
I throw one of them
Already
at the ball. No, I'm-
So- Imagine like a wind-up toy. The trap jaws start slowing down. They're chomping to a point where they just fall off of Oleander.
Ow.
We really need to send that spy bot thing that we got into
Yeah.
rooms instead of going in ourselves.
So does our fox have
would you
tail
like
nubs like a
first
cocker
aid?
spaniel now?
No, they're still there. They're just like patchy and mangy now.
Do you prefer medical or magical healing?
Or veterinarian?
Veterinary. So I think this is the first time we've actually had to deal with it.
No, I've been doing it. Okay, so I look at these. I pull these things off of you,
Mhm.
and you're bleeding profusely from lots of places.
Yes.
And I scrunch my eyes up and sing, and then I shove medical gauze into their mouths and then clamp them back on all the places you're bleeding to stop it. You take 5 damage from pinching and then heal 28.
Thank you.
I hope you have more
Um,
than 5 HP.
I did.
So, for the knowledge check, Tag, take a hero point. For the bottled lightning, Oleander and Babibi, take a hero point.
Will do.
Good
Thank
stuff.
you.
I just wish I knew where to put them on this character sheet.
Messengers.
I think there
Okay,
actually
cool.
is a
Tag.
spot for it.
Hero point.
Um, while I'm up on this roof, is there anything up here?
There it is.
No,
Okay.
it's all just like the roof of these little
It's
offices.
like a lit.
Mhm. So, looking in that room, though, you find. What do you find? Some cool stuff.
Yay.
That room has enough unbroken gear to assemble an expanded alchemist's lab, and also a bottle of universal solvent
Cool.
and a moderate
Ooh.
bottle. Yeah, a moderate bottled lightning
Thank you.
that
Well,
lie
refunded.
amid the broken glass.
That goes to Bobby.
I mean, I did want to add it to my actual alchemical book, and I was sad that I threw away both of mine. I would like to keep that.
I used
Yes.
Mage Hand to hand it to you. Here you go.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for using it to great effect without hurting me.
We fight so many electricity, like, harmful things. I'd love to have it as a permanent recipe.
I don't know what you mean. Here you go.
I'm gonna put some stuff in the loot box. I'm gonna put all of that in the loot box.
Loot box.
I
Might take me a
asked Sweep Up if he would like to smash some of the glasses with his hammer.
Is this what the hammer is for?
It can be if you use your imagination.
I have no imagination, but I will
Oh,
smash
no.
it with the hammer.
See, you're learning. Tag is delighted by this, by the way.
Okay,
I'd
so
like
he
to
starts
mention, there's
smashing.
still a chest with loot, padded armor +1. Is anyone using that?
No.
I just put it in my inventory.
I'm not gonna use that.
later.
You want to put it on Sweep Up?
I mean, we can transfer the rune to someone else's armor when we have downtime.
Yeah.
Hold up.
So
Wait a minute. That's a thing?
yes.
It just takes time.
I can check.
Yeah, we're keeping that.
Yeah, it's in my inventory. We'll settle it when we have downtime.
Okay, so I just
What's
put
it
the
then?
stuff in the loot
Happy
box.
Awesome. There looks to be like a kiln or something like that in the southeast corner of this lab.
Hang on a sec.
Probably part of the alchemical.
Could be part of the expanded alchemical kit. By the
Yeah.
way, do you need the expanded alchemical lab?
I have a useful one. A what alchemical lab?
This
Is it any
kid.
helpful getting an expanded alchemical lab?
Probably is, but it's gonna have to go in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Yeah, I put it in bag of holding.
I helped you get some of the rest of the sand out that was still in there.
Yeah.
Okay. I just make sure there isn't anything hidden in the kiln. And then let's see, have we checked out this whole warehouse? Like this bay or whatever we're in?
You
Trying to remember.
haven't seen
Haven't we?
everything. Like John Smith, where you're looking at, that's kind of the first that you've seen of that part of the warehouse.
Oh, I thought this was
Thought
where we
we-
saw the explosion.
Yeah, but there was a hole in the wall over here or something.
So, this area seems to be the site of an explosion. The walls are lined with sandbags, most of which are torn open as if by 1,000 cuts, the frayed edges of the linen scorched. The center of the floor is burned black like a starburst, soot and debris radiating from an ashen center. A makeshift bunker of sandbags lies just around the corner from the blast site. The faint stench of brimstone and black powder lingers in the air, and footsteps seem to appear in the ash.
Wait, so there's
Wait,
somebody
are
walking
there or
around
are
there?
there?
Oh, no, not somebody currently walking, but there are footsteps
Okay.
in the ash.
Got it.
Okay. Where did they go?
I want to track the footsteps.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
Okay.
Track the obvious footprints.
Once they're less obvious.
I got a
So,
4.
None of it is
Um,
obvious.
John Smith, you look around and they look like they went up into the cargo bay. And you also think that they are the footsteps of very large individuals.
I got a 19 survival.
Is the cargo bay where we just
Kind
came
of.
from?
Over the loading dock.
Yeah. Okay.
John Smith. Oh yeah. Tad. You look around, and you are pretty certain that these are the footprints of 3 medium-sized humanoids and 1 small-sized humanoid. The tracks circle the blast zone several times and lead throughout the rest of the workshop, as if whoever left them was searching the area for something.
It looks like 3 humans and a goblin were searching out this place. Or similarly sized humans. Humanoids, whatever.
Are imps the size of goblins?
Yes, they are, unless they're tiny.
Depends on the size of the goblin.
King imps are the size of a goblin. A very dangerous breed.
And the impish goblins are small for other goblins.
We call them kimps for short.
Or gimps for
Giant imps. Imps.
Oh my god.
Okay. I point out where they go.
Okay.
Have we asked Sweet Pup about the library, the archives we're looking for? Any of that?
I don't think you
so.
have.
Yeah, the only thing we talked about was who beat him up, and he described a gang of people, as I recall.
Yeah. Why don't we ask if he knows about the archives?
Hey, Sweep Up.
Yes. Smash. Smash. Smash.
If you can take a pause of smashing those glasses, I have a question for you.
Does Sweep Up immediately pause like mid swing?
Yes.
Good.
What do you
What
know
is your
about...
query?
Oh, sorry. My query is, what do you know about the archives of asynchronous time? Is that what it was?
The asynchronous archives.
Ah, there we go. That one.
I know Master spoke of the asynchronous archives. I believe they were here in his workshop.
Do you know where he would go to reference it?
I would say his workbench over in the center of the workshop was where he spent most of his time. I would think that the archives involve that workbench.
Can you point at it?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
we
will
had-
walk you there. Actually, no, it doesn't say that.
Great.
Yes, and he points.
Very
Perfect.
good. We go to that workbench.
We go in the direction he points.
Cool.
Hey, I already investigated this to get an ion stone or something.
You did.
Oh, hey.
Was there a secret
There's like a clock thing.
pocket or something like that?
Everybody go ahead and give me a perception, survival, or other knowledge check. Not knowledge, other like investigation type check.
25
I
for
need
the
six
investigation.
engineering.
What? Crosstalk.
All right, just a moment while I do a little bit of reading here. How's the group doing after all that fighting, by the way?
Pretty good.
Is investigation an actual skill?
It's under perception.
Area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
24 perception if it helps.
And 25 for me.
Engineering.
You're
Okay.
busy looking at your new lab.
My navel.
Yeah,
Contemplating.
I didn't stutter.
Okay. You find at the center of the workshop where he's got this this workbench. You've already kind of put two and two together that there was a little bit of kind of a puzzle going on with the clock. Do y'all remember this?
Something about the hands of the clock.
Yeah, it was like an alethiometer essentially, right?
I don't know what that is.
Golden compass.
That
Sure.
kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Thanks. I appreciate the validation.
So you look around, and it seems kind of like there's a puzzle here at the workbench, which you've already mostly figured out. Um, and I think I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you already found. Did you find the holy text of Bry at the workbench?
I remember
I
finding
think
it.
so.
Yeah.
The one where we solved the clock puzzle, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the clock puzzle, we found the text, I think.
Did we not
That's-
try to do the clock puzzle?
I think we set off a bunch of traps. We got sidetracked.
Ah, it's good for the reminder then. Let's try to do that now.
So you look around, and I think with all of your combined skill checks, you look through this holy text and you figure out that there is a phrase, a regulation specifically, that is missing from this holy text. By comparing this copy of Logic of Design with the copy of the text that you were given at the Temple of Bry, you can quickly see that Regulation 2.2.7 is omitted from that copy. And as you do some research here, or as you think on what's going on with this, 2.2.7
It's the
states
heretical stanza.
it is. Hang on a sec. I want to see what it says for sure.
Bam, 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 bam.
Last of it. On the practice of Altera. Are you still down? Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Wanted to make sure.
Yes, I was horse doctored, essentially.
Hey, I noticed you used some blood magic there. What was that about? Using like gravity pull.
Okay.
Yeah, I just experienced it. Just called to me.
They called to you in that moment. They said, "Make that fox who's on the ground come closer."
I would
Get
like
over
to
here.
point out you probably did grab me by the scruff of the neck like a naughty kitten or something.
Apparently, I grabbed a lot of the robots too.
Yeah. Thanks.
I was picturing more of like a sideways foxtrot.
Oh,
So,
how did it take us this long to make that joke? Go ahead.
looking at looking at the book, comparing the two copies that you have, 2.2.7 states the following: At the eastern end of Tentacle Canyon in the Spellscar Desert, 180 miles from Cloud Reaver Keep, on a bearing of north 95 by east, is a spherical geode of amethyst, exactly 10 feet in diameter. Its shape is so perfect that it is doubtless deific in nature. Even time itself seems to bend around this flawless gem, this cradle of quartz, like light reflecting off just a single facet of a cut gem in a box of blackest silk. Bry reveals an aspect of her perfect design in the depths of even the most tortuous wastelands.
Do I know where the Tentacle Canyon is, or the Scarred Desert, or any of the other geographic references?
You do. Well, first off, give me a. No, you know where the Spellscar Desert is.
Mm-hmm.
The Spellscar Desert is the closest. It's one of the deserts close to Alkenstar, just on the edge of Alkenstar, in the Mana Wastes.
Yeah, I thought I remembered that one, but the Tentacle Canyon, that is one I didn't specifically remember.
You can give me a knowledge check if you want to know specifically, like where it would
Does
be.
anyone have Alpenstar lore?
Oh, John Smith.
Yeah, 21.
Um, so you know that it's. Yeah, I mean the most detail that you would get would be the coordinates, and the coordinates are mentioned in that strip of in that regulation.
Yeah. Is there a way you can share that text with us?
I can. I'll go ahead and screenshot it and send it to you.
Thanks. Yeah, I was just curious if outside of the reference in the stanza, have we heard, oh, that's where Cthulian monsters roam, or some kind
Oh,
of information apart from just the actual geographic coordinates.
Here be dragons, essentially.
That kind of thing, yeah.
let me pull up some information on the Mana Wastes that I can share with y'all.
Sure. It doesn't have to be right this second. Just was curious. And then there was a lot of references to specific materials. Is that common to Bry? Is that like related to?
Yeah, I mean the ion stone is quartz. I just need to see what the numbers mentioned were to figure out what to do with it.
Uh-huh. It's amethyst, silk, like a black silk.
It is a yeah, it would be like a black quartz color. So very shiny black, I believe.
Okay.
Just
I don't know
sent
what
that to the
else to do
Discord.
with this. Like,
Yeah.
Y'all give me a
This was related to the clock tower?
give me like a
The grandfather clock, right? Direction to the desert. Maybe we push the hands that way to something that's.
Didn't the hands like indicate a specific verse within the text or
Yes.
something like that?
Did. Is that this?
it is, yeah, it's the same portion of the text.
Oh my god, we're going into the freaking desert for this archive thingy?
that sounds like it.
It's gonna be fun for our casters. All right, you were gonna say
get as
give
much
us
water as you think and then triple it.
quintuple them. You were gonna ask us for a check, Emma?
Never mind. It's all good. I am going to pull up some
Okay,
information though on the Mana Wastes.
So, this ion stone that I picked up earlier, was it in some type of device, or is there any, looks like a clock face on the desk, or what else is on the desk that could be interacted with?
It seems like you've covered all your bases with this. It seems like everything that you can uncover You have. You're pretty sure that the puzzle has been solved. The Aeon Stone is just that. It doesn't seem like it's connected to anything other than the clock that you already figured out.
Okay.
So right now, Tag is thinking that it's saying go to this place and then you'll find the next step in this asynchronous archive.
Yeah, I saw someone told us that it was like here at this workshop, but maybe I'm remembering that wrong.
So, um, what's their name? Sweep Up
Sweet.
stated
Mhm.
that the asynchronous archives were here at this workshop. Um,
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, we had been told by the people at the Temple of Bride that the asynchronous archives was like a holding of heretical texts, correct?
yes,
So like this guy has a personal library that is heretical,
Right.
it seems like
or
that's the case.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, and Sweep Up also said he thought that interacting with something at the desk was how it was referenced, but
right. So probably the clock, and like the clock could point out a specific verse or something, or like was a means of recording or a means of unlocking the secret apocrypha or something
right.
like
But
that.
if we've solved everything at the desk, then that didn't open the door to the archives.
Yeah, I
Um,
think I'm missing something here.
Thievery check. Is there something? Is there like a mechanism somewhere nearby in this general vicinity?
I mean, I
Other than the clock.
investigated this clock before, but I'll investigate it again based on what we know
Yeah.
now.
I'm looking at like the vicinity around the desk, not the clock itself. Yeah, it's not amazing. 15. Thievery.
okay, so you don't find anything else puzzle related.
Okay.
Sweep Up does step up though and say,
Stop.
Master always referred to this as the asynchronous archives. Perhaps this is only a portion of it?
Okay, I'm just gonna make a knowledge pride check.
Okay.
Yeah, 29
No.
on Fry. Is it possible that, a single passage is enough to be part of the, Apocrypha
Yeah.
that they were referring to?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like a library, it's just refers to any Apocrypha and this is a piece of that.
Okay, so
Okay. Cool.
And also, on top of that, what you would probably note is that they would treat a workshop like this as an archive because it has so much potential to for building, and there's a lot of potential for learning and change and growth. And you probably think that this, while it's just a workshop, to you, to a follower of Bry, is probably much more than that.
instead of seeking perfection and all purpose, it's let's experiment and try different things.
Okay, cool. Then I'll just say, I think the archives is not, a library. It's more a general term for any apocrypha, and this alone might be enough to garner the interest of those folks that were here.
You're right.
So I don't know if we want to explore this workshop further.
I'd like to
go
not
the second story
die.
to the north.
Yeah,
So-
have we been upstairs already? I thought we had.
You have.
Okay.
I mean, were we trying to find? I don't remember if there was like, were we actually hoping to find the guy here alive somewhere?
Yeah, that's what we wanted.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be any sign of any living creature here, though.
Yeah.
Apart from the
Master-
cat there.
Master fled. Master left. I do not know
Ah.
why or where he went, but he left the workshop.
He went to the desert. That's why we're gonna go there.
Yeah, this seems like a good place to look for him next.
All
Do you
right.
think you'll still be able to operate in the mana waste? The sweep up.
I will go as far
Surely.
as my legs will take me.
Would you like to ride in a bag of holding?
Will that be comfortable?
My
Well, if we bring a pillow.
my quokka doesn't think so, but you might have different definitions of comfort.
I am
You
not
know,
a quokka.
Yeah, this
Good.
is self.
Query, sweet pop. How many units tall is Master?
Master is roughly the size of a medium creature in Pathfinder 2nd Edition rules.
Okay, well, now we know which sets to track.
Yeah.
That's a very specific unit you have there. I don't know what that designation is.
Oh, we used to play that on the farm. I can tell you.
And there it is.
Yeah.
folks.
I played a
Fourth
perfectly
wall,
normal
smash.
anchor.
Do you like smashing things with that hammer?
Yes, especially the fourth wall.
Favorite ability is interest.
Yes.
Pounding interest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sweet Pup, would you like to come with us? We're going to try to find where your master fled to.
Yes, yes, I would like to. I would like to see my master again.
Okay. Is there anything else here he might want? Anything of value or that might be useful in a fight?
And also bring your things.
Yeah.
I have no things.
No, you have a hammer. That's yours.
Oh, yes, I will
There are
bring my
many like
hammer.
it.
You have one thing.
Joyous day into the bag, so that way we may forget you exist.
Basically, into hammer space with you.
I was wondering how we were gonna get there. Thanks for that. I teed it up. I'm like, don't know how I'm gonna get there. All right, we go.
Somebody
I'm
give
hoping
me
he'll cough up more loot.
Oh yeah,
What
now
were we
they
coming
find
to
more
again?
loot.
Go ahead.
give me some knowledge checks on the mana wastes, if y'all don't mind.
What
Okay.
type? That's a broad question.
I would say survival or knowledge Alkenstar.
24 Alpha Star.
Okay.
Can I use my Lord Kitsune skill? No,
I don't
I
think
didn't
that
think so.
works.
I
Nature
got
would work. Arcana would work. Um,
none of these are big
religion.
numbers for me. I'll take occultism, please.
Having read the past intro document would work.
Oh no, that's a nothing from me. Big fat nothing burger from Oleander as he attempts to figure out how he's gonna explain this to his husband. And I matched. We both got 3s on our knowledge checks.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a 24.
John Smith and Bubby. Specifically, let's start with Bubby. Bubby, you know of the Mana Wastes as a wasteland. It's a warped wasteland between Nex and Geb that bears the indelible scars of 14 centuries of arcane conflict. In ancient days, the region was renowned for its natural beauty, which inspired breathtaking artworks from the dwarves of Dongenhold. And the dwarves ruled the land surrounding their sky citadel for centuries. Then Nex and Geb, the Archmage and the Necromancer, waged war against each other. And it started to ravage the desert. From there on, the desert just became a stormy, arcane wasteland with strange magic swirling in unpredictable ways all across the land. John Smith, you know all of this. You also know that within the Mana Wastes is the Spell-Scar Desert. In the east, the lowlands sprawl into a gnarled wasteland of jagged tors and rocky dunes, called the Spellscar Desert, virtually devoid of water and baked with blistering heat by day. The inhospitable terrain abounds with shattered, otherworldly ruins predating the devastation of the Wizard King's War. The mutated inhabitants of these forlorn ruins, their bodies racked by the same arcane abominations that warped and twisted the landscape, mercilessly prey upon travelers foolhardy enough to cross the desert. The dearth of magic allows some semblance of normality within this territory near Alkenstar. But as soon as you leave and enter the Spellscar Desert, it's devastated by churning currents of raw magic, supernatural storms, tears in the veil of reality, and other disastrous after effects of the nearly endless arcane cataclysms of Wizard King warfare. So fun.
Okay, cool.
Sounds like a nice place. Bit of a fixer-upper, but
Man, I feel bad for anyone that has to go there.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Wait, we're just going?
I don't think
Just
I-
go to a desert?
No, we're not just running there.
Let's go report back. I don't even remember at this point who asked us to look into this.
Lawyer, I believe.
Oh gosh, what is her name?
I remember an orphan that I strangled.
No,
was
you
brief,
felt
though.
that was before that.
Vamping.
Y'all think the best way to get into the desert is probably by airship.
Going west.
Let's fly the Sphinx. Did we ever find that?
The Sphinx?
Remember the flying cat?
Correct.
Let's fly that there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't find any that you know of.
Can I, if I crit on an engineering check, can I build one from the components stuff?
You can build half a Sphinx.
Emma, I'm certain I misheard you. What did you say?
John Smith, you build half a Sphinx. The back half.
Yeah, it's good.
The business around town.
So we've got an inks.
The business end of the Sphinx, yes.
That's great.
That's what I was asking, Emma.
Forget
What did you say? The best way
the
to do it was-
campaign. Let's just build these and sell them. We're rich. Honestly, the Temple of Bry is gonna see
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
perfection of
the
this.
Temple of Rye, what they'll pay for this Sphinx.
Wait, you're bringing this to the Temple of Bry?
No.
Well, what else are you gonna do with it?
Nah. We can take it to the desert. I don't know, do I think they'll buy it?
No.
Sissy, what did she say? The best way to the desert was. I didn't hear it.
Oh,
Airship.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I thought you were playing it.
No, I'm trying to understand.
Right. Then I go and steal an airship.
Yeah, does anyone have knowledge?
We can just get on those. There's like a public transportation system, probably.
Right,
Yeah,
knowledge
but
of
it
Alkenstar. How much
doesn't
do these
go
things
to-
cost? I don't actually know.
God.
How does one airship?
Who do I have to kill to get on an airship?
You can give me some. I don't know what.
Wait. My character is still not motivated to follow this guy into the desert. Why were we here?
Yeah.
Why are we
Report
here?
back. Let's report back to someone
Yes.
and get a reward.
You know what?
Yeah,
It's been a long day.
to go to the desert.
To the pub.
Why- why can't I
officially
remember?
refusing the call once.
For the life
Yeah,
of me,
I
I
love
cannot
that.
remember. Oh, Phoebe Dunsmith. That's her name.
That's her name.
Yeah.
Cool.
We raided a workshop and stole a child. To the pub.
Adopted.
Oh, if
Oh,
we
wait,
want to steal a child, we gotta go upstairs. Remember, there was a kid upstairs.
Yeah, there's just some
That's
random.
not stealing. He doesn't belong to anyone yet.
That's true.
Adopted.
Let's legally adopt
Yeah.
the kid
Quick,
that's
throw a
upstairs.
Pokeball.
Oleander busts down the door. Sorry, make that two.
Okay.
Holding one child under each arm.
Now we bring them into a pub with us.
Tagarum
Rack
and
up the indecencies.
Tagarum and the orphanage behind him, or behind her, goes to the barrel and
Barrel and bullet.
bullet.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. It's
Yeah, we ride a half things there.
Okay.
I say at the entrance, they're not kids. They're just
They just have a genetic deformity.
no. They're just like norms.
I tie it to a
Gnomes.
post out front and head in.
All gnomes look childlike. Don't pay no attention to
Okay.
And get carried under an arm.
them.
Pay no attention to the underage drinking behind the curtain.
Let's back up a little bit. Let's talk
Okay.
about some info that y'all collected from the, because it's been a little while. The info that you collected
Mhm.
from this workshop.
Got it.
First off,
Sounds good.
you know that the boy that you followed into the workshop. You remember the like orphan kid?
I hit him with bolas.
Yes. So he told you that the Gilded Gunners, it's a gang, were the ones who broke into the workshop.
Ah, damn, that's a huge thing to forget.
Also, Sweep Up shared with you that Kasawana fled the workshop. And you all found that the most likely place Kasawana went is into the Spellscar Desert to those coordinates, north 35 by east. And I think those are the three biggest pieces that you found.
Well,
from...
also, the Temple of Bryce said somebody flew on a flying cat.
Correct. Okay.
We kind of put together that there's broken window here. He makes things that fly and otherwise aren't accepted by the temple. Probably can put two and two together.
What was the name of the gang?
The
Gilded Gunners.
Halfway through my tankard of mead, I yell, "Oh shit, the Gilded Gunners!"
Does Sweet Pup know if they took anything or really just looking around and didn't find what they wanted?
I do not know. I
Okay.
I am not certain. I have been locked in this room since they came
Okay.
in that room.
Yeah.
And now I'm locked in
Okay.
another room. Inside of this bag
It's
of
called
holding.
a tavern. I mean, I think we just report to TV because we were asked to look into what happened and we know what happened.
I will, just as a matter of course, use my underworld contacts to see what I know about the Gilded Gunners.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I know someone who knows someone, that kind of thing. I'm clicking it and it's not rolling, so I'll just roll it manually. That is a 24.
Okay. The most that you know is that they're super, super dangerous. They are the type of gang, like the first gang that you came across was the group of goblins. I don't remember their name, but
Powder Cake Punks.
Powder Cake Punks, thank you. And they're kind of silly in comparison to the Gilded Gunners. Gilded Gunners are, if they have a job, they mean business, they're going to get it done the best they can. They're not going to get distracted. They're hired by people who mean business, and they will most of the time accomplish their task. People pay quite a bit of money to hire the Gilded Gunners. And with that money, the Gilded Gunners gild their guns in gold as kind of a signature.
Well, that sounds like a maintenance hassle.
Well, I propose we finish the sail, throw it up in a pail, and set sail to assail those gilded gunners of their gold.
That's how I ended up in jail.
Well,
Phoebe,
Tomorrow.
sounds like a bit of a plan. Tomorrow, yes. I
Tomorrow.
probably should talk to my husband first.
I mean, hopefully the gunners don't know where he went if they didn't find this.
Someone ripped out a page. Either
Maybe
the
there's
one or
more.
them.
Yeah, that could be.
Or
Hey,
both.
Phoebe.
They both.
yes, dear, what's going on?
Well, we found your asynchronous archives, but Kasawana? No, that's not it. Let me try
No,
it
you
again.
got it. Yes,
It is Kasawana?
it's Kasawana. Yes.
For some reason I wanted... Yeah.
No,
anyway.
that's Sweet Pup.
No,
The flying
little rat.
rats.
The cat.
Anyway. What was I want to tell you. Oh, Kasawana flew to the Manaways. You know, something about tentacle porn. Anyway,
It's in the desert. It makes no sense.
I got the important bits. How important is it that we find this crazed pervert?
What?
Well, he
This is
flew
the angle
into
we're
the
taking, okay?
he flew into the mana wastes. That's
You got that from that,
Dumb.
huh?
That's
That's
dumb.
pretty
I agree.
impressive,
That's dumb.
honestly.
if he flew into the mana wastes, we need to get him back best we can.
Why?
Yeah, remind us why.
Why?
Why do we need him?
Well, you see, if the Gilded Gunners have stolen Kazawana's formula, we need to make sure that we can reverse engineer that formula and stop it from getting out. And Kasawana is the only
Yeah.
one who can help us with that.
That's what it was.
Something about destroying the world, I recall now.
Why exactly do we need the formula? Just asking here.
Well, if the
Explosion.
Gilded Gunners have that formula, they can use Pyronite to blow up all of Alkenstar. You never know.
And we wouldn't.
Well, I sure hope not.
No,
I would like
no.
to perception check this.
You mean sense motive? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sense motive with a perception check.
Right.
Never mind. I believe you completely and wholeheartedly.
A brilliant counter. Let's just make the Gilded Gunners lips seal.
I mean, we could do that. I think let's just hire the gunners.
Tell sleep with the fishes.
We don't have enough money.
But maybe the bullets and barrels does.
What can we get for an inch?
They're hiring us.
Yeah, that means they have deep coffers. They can afford us.
Hey, speaking of which,
Oh yeah, we did something for you.
She
Give
drops
us some money.
She drops a bag of coin on the table. Yeah. Here you go. Here's your payment. Well
Don't
earned.
even know what we paid for though. What did we actually do?
yeah,
We
how
got
much
the
is it?
I don't know what's happening right now.
How much coin is it?
Yeah, how much coin is it?
Okay, let's see. It's she gave you quite a bit at the beginning of this.
So now we get more, right?
Yes, you do.
Positive numbers are good.
Is this mission accomplished? What did we accomplish? The
We-
guy ran away.
We investigated and discovered.
Yeah, we got the coin. I mean, the book.
Now we've got the coin too.
Yeah.
And I made an inks.
She drops 150 gold on the table.
Yeah, that's a good chunk of change. Well, thank you kindly. I think we're gonna need some resources as far as surviving mana waves with 3 casters. Any plans?
I want to take this gold and sell the items I've been stockpiling and buy a shock rune so that I can deal damage to constructs.
That seems
Or at least
good.
metallic constructs.
Very good.
It does seem useful right after we leave the city.
You have 2 of those by any chance? Do we have enough for 2 of those?
No.
Damn it.
Oh, could we spend a little time, like, if this isn't urgent, moving some runes around?
What runes do we even have other than +1 armor?
I think that
Yeah. But
Wait.
maybe we could afford another rune if somebody wants a more powerful weapon.
How many days does it take to transfer a rune?
I think a week. Anybody know better than me?
Do we have a week, maybe?
Well, we could
Well, I don't care if we
possibly
can or not.
take an equivalent weapon to one we have and then give it to someone here to transfer the rune, and then in a week's time pick it up.
this uses the craft activity. What is the craft activity?
Oh, that is a whole can
We'd
of
be
worms.
crafting it ourselves. We'd have to pay someone to do it.
No, to transfer it as a craft.
You need magical crafting to transfer it.
Not me.
Well, that is not a feat I took.
I believe. Let me see.
I think there's a rune crafting feat.
Yeah.
So it's not technically magical crafting. I think it's specific rune crafting or something. I had it on another character.
That character's now a governor. or
Yeah,
something
I
like
don't
that.
think you can transfer it without that. Rune crafting. You must be able to
Okay.
craft magic items.
There we go.
Yeah, so it's magical crafting.
Can we pay the quarter cost of getting a +1 armor to have somebody transfer it for us?
Quarter?
Well, half is selling. I would imagine it's cheaper than selling it.
I think that's fair. Yeah,
So-
that's okay.
Who wants their armor +1? Okay.
That's a BFO.
Obeafo commissions somebody to. What kind of armor do you have?
Heavy armor.
He's
Full
gonna
plate.
find a set of +1 heavy armor in the middle of this desert.
No.
What?
And then we'll have 2 of them. And we can sell one.
Yeah, so we commissioned someone with a set of full plate to transfer the +1 rune from the padded armor to the full plate. And we'll
Does that mean I leave my full plate here?
No, I'm saying a different full plate, and then you'll just switch. Unless yours has something specifically you need.
Well,
Okay, so a quarter would be 40 gold.
Very good. 40 gold.
Well, we basically have enough to buy that and my shocking rune, or everyone else can get stuff if they want that
So
instead.
what weapon are you putting it on? Some random spear?
No, my filter sport.
That's also gonna take a week, isn't it?
Now, it's not that install it new. Okay.
I think putting one on isn't as laborious as transferring.
Right. Because you have to take it off. And you know how they. When you peel a rune off of something it's already attached to, you know how like it comes off and like leaves that little sticky residue.
Yeah, you gotta clear that out.
Yeah, it's
Just like Imp Musk. You can never get it out.
Oh, that reminds me. I want to buy some Infamous. No, actually, I think what I do want to buy. Am I under the impression that the man wastes are gonna disallow me from casting spells?
Not disallow, but you think that they might make your spells unpredictable.
So it might be a good call if I buy a weapon that I can use in an agile fashion, just as a plan B.
Hmm.
I don't know what y'all think about spending money on that kind of contingency, but
On an
not-
agile weapon?
yeah, I'm like +6 with a rapier or short bow, whip, something like that.
I have those repeating crossbow.
Crossbow. Is that a simple weapon?
Yeah, actually, classics are.
I don't think repeating is though.
Yeah, probably not. But I mean, yeah, you can.
Rapier's what, 3 gold, something like
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
You can use a rapier, but not.
Yeah, I'm a bard. So I assume I have no trouble finding that in a civilization like this. So
No, you're okay.
I'll buy a rapier, and I also buy my quokka like tricorn hat.
What? What is this? A tricorn hat for ants?
No, it's for quokkas. Clearly. Actually, they only had ones for rabbits, but it works. It's close enough. Don't judge.
Dunsmith jumps in. At some point when y'all are there, she will explain that she'd like you to find Kasawana, and she's willing to pay more gold.
I like money.
Yeah, to hire you all out to get into the Spellscar Desert, and track down Kasawana. And in the meantime, she will put her people to use trying to learn more information about the Gilded Gunners, what they know, and whether or not they've started using Kasawana's formula for pyronite to try and create pyronite. She's also
Okay.
going to explain that, like, she's pretty sure with the Gilded Gunners running around that Mugland is not far behind. Like, he's probably pulling the strings in some way, shape, or form. So she will do some research on that as well.
That's much appreciated. I also was thinking it would be a good idea that we get more general survival gear for the desert. Like
Water?
water, maybe a wand of endure elements or some
Shit, that's a good idea.
what's the other one? It's like explorer's clothing or something like that that helps you survive.
Call the hat?
Well, that's what I got for the quokka, but there's other stuff. There's some kind of clothing that helps with.
explorers.
Is that the one that helps with rough terrain?
Hey, this is a desert. We're not just gonna need heat. We're gonna need cold weather clothes too.
That's what I'm saying. There's some kind of clothing that's specifically for
And maybe
harsh
firewood.
environment.
Because if it's a sandy desert, we ain't making a fire at night unless we have something to burn.
Can I buy a bunch of banged weapon rooms for 30 gold and I'll turn into desert foxes?
You know,
There we go.
we put a bunch of crap into the bag of holding. Can we sell and empty any of the room out?
Yeah, that's what I just did to buy my shotgun.
Okay. Were there any chests, like full chests that we put in there that we could break down into scrap wood?
No, but we can grab a pallet from behind a warehouse in
Okay.
the city.
Yes, theft.
Yeah.
Petty theft.
Honestly, that's my whole character. So
But we want like a pop-up park that, provides shade, stuff like that.
I know this rundown tavern that has a bunch of spare wood we could go to.
One of you has the wand of cold that was being used as a refrigeration device that I think radiates cold all the time.
that sounds familiar.
That sounds useful.
Yeah, we definitely took that from a refrigerator room.
I have manifold missiles, everburn torch. I don't think it was me. I don't have that one.
Maybe solve it. I don't know. But remember now.
But yeah, it's what 60 gold for a wand of endure
elements would be good.
or either that or Rosaline if you can prepare 6 castings of it. That's
I don't know how it works.
Magic
Does
is
it work
kind of
on groups in this
crazy.
game?
I don't know.
I wonder if magic items are also kind of wonky.
Is Jamie still there? I
I
feel like
am,
we've
yeah.
been talking.
You're good, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, with my knowledge of this Belscar Desert, or I could make another check. Like, are any of the magic items going to malfunction? Is it
It's a
gonna
good
be a problem
question.
to bring them?
That we
Mm,
should probably figure out before we play this.
Or figure out and find, or fuck around and find out.
so I
Sounds
know
fun.
how
That does sound fun, actually.
casting will work, but yeah, let me take a look to see if there's anything.
Yeah, Endure Elements is one creature, so it is for a day.
So if we have
We're gonna need scrolls then. How much could scrolls possibly cost us?
And it's a second level spell.
so a 1 would be
A lot.
90 gold for level 2, right?
And it would only be one person a day.
But a 1, do you have multiple castings per day?
No, I think they just restore on rest.
Staff is the one that's.
No, one
No.
is one a day and
Oh.
one overload.
Oh, and one
They
overload.
blow it up.
How much is the staff?
More.
More, yeah.
The economical way to do this is with scrolls.
I mean,
Which is
the
gross.
economical way to do this is to hijack the
Just to deal with it the hard way.
and go directly over and just drop
Just
down
drop
into
down.
the cave.
Honestly, it sounds like a good idea.
Okay, what about the return trip, jackass?
I mean,
We have a flying sphinx.
yeah, we're set on the.
We have a walking inks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
He
a
has
walk-
the flying
You for
Well, once
sure
we
only
get
have a
there-
walking inks.
Well, once
Yeah,
we
but I
get
mean,
there,
yeah,
he took
yeah.
a Sphinx.
Yeah.
Plus, we have half of it. It shouldn't be too hard to invent the other half. Yeah, I think airship is the plan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put an ear to the ground to find out how does the commerce of airships and like traveling that way work.
You should put your ear to the sky. They're up there usually.
Yeah, they land eventually.
Okay,
That is not. I mean, that is actually guaranteed. Yes, what comes up must go down.
I would like a flat D20 from everybody.
I don't
Okay.
know how to make it flat. It's kind of stuck in this particular shape.
Yeah, it's a casahedral. That's what you get for that joke, Ryan.
I
give
got
up.
that one. So 1 for my flat 20. That means I win, right?
Okay, so for
It's a
one,
damn good roll.
I got exactly 10.
Ryan,
I also got
remember your
exactly
numbers. Remember your numbers.
Okay.
10. Okay.
Ryan,
Yeah,
you are
one.
thinking on the mana wastes, and you're thinking about some of the things that the mana wastes do to magic, or what they might do to people who are around the weather effects of the mana wastes. And you are very sure about this one effect because it's something that deeply affects your people. Bleaching is a possibility for people that are affected by the mana storms.
Poor Rosaline.
So, if you encounter a storm, something it might do is bleach you of color and make you afraid and potentially drain you of energy. What were some of the other numbers y'all got?
7.
7.
That's super depressive.
No big deal. Fort Saver die.
That's my whole life, dude.
You might also experience obey a foe. You think about the things that the mana wastes might be able to do. You might also experience things like psychic assaults on your mind with phantom pains and piercing mind, piercing magic that makes your mind, or that is susceptible, that your mind is susceptible to.
Alright.
What else? What other numbers?
17. I'm gonna find infinite riches, right?
10.
Okay. Honestly, not far off.
Dragon's hordes and 40 virgins, right?
But BB, you think that one other effect of the Mana Waste storms is that it can pull magical effects out of non-magical creatures.
Okay.
3.5 everyone can cast.
What other numbers?
Uh, yeah, I also got a 10.
One of you roll again.
I will do that. A 4. So 10 first.
Okay, John Smith, you're thinking about this. And something you also might need to watch out for are sudden pitfalls that open up in the sand as the storms rush through the land, as the terrain can become unstable.
Okay.
And with a 4, Oleander,
Mhm.
you think that sometimes the magic of the mana wastes can cause zones of unluck, meaning that you would be rolling at disadvantage for certain stretches of time.
Does Rosaline get to know something?
Sure.
Yay!
She doesn't share.
I'm less excited with every person
2.
that finds.
Hey, one more than me.
Rosaline
We're
is
gnome
thinking.
buddies.
Rosaline is thinking about all of the possibilities, and Death Field. She thinks about the possibility of storms causing.
What is that?
Wow.
Will Saber die?
Causing straight up. Wow, this is bad.
Man, fuck this place. What are we getting paid for this?
Okay, I tell him no.
No. We need to renegotiate this price and then triple it. This is some horse shit.
Go ahead and finish your statement. Although I think we all figured out what it is.
So fortitude saves or sapping your strength until you die.
Oh, good.
Uh-huh. So, Fort Save or Die. For me, Fort Save or Die. Other one, Will Save or Die. Other one was unluck every roll, take the worst roll.
But then I might take your magic, so
Might probably reflex or die realistically.
Mm-hmm. No, you just have to keep pressing A like an Animal Crossing when you fall into the pitfalls.
Yeah, this place seems pretty legit. Let's go.
Also, I'm
No,
pausing the
seriously.
game.
What?
We're recording again.
We are?
Yeah.
Hi, y'all.
Hey, we're back.
So we
refuse this deal.
We decided
He's not afraid.
only Obey and the 2 gnomes go. Everyone else has to
Roll up a new character sheet or what? No? No, I don't want to do
How much are you paying us?
Mm-hmm. Guys, I really need to go. That's the last place Tefra was seen.
What's a Teflon?
I don't know what a Teflon is. Yeah, but it sure as hell didn't stick.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, we could, if I don't get my rune, we can afford a decanter of endless water.
But would it function? It's a magical item.
Oh,
Yeah.
It would be endless avocado oil or something like that.
Ooh, actually, this
I'm down
You
there.
do
Or
actually
gasoline.
think that magic items will function.
Oh, then once.
Most
As intended.
most of the time as intended, with a 10% chance that they will not function as intended.
That's pretty good odds.
But you think that they will still function, just maybe not the way that you hope, which means
So 9 times
tons
out
of
of
silly
10,
shenanigans.
9
Like,
times out
Yeah,
of 10, endless water.
but BB tries to drink water, and somehow Oleander gets splashed with water.
Yay!
Yeah.
It's just a quick jaunt on an airship.
I'm concerned about the return, John.
Right, like
Space.
do airships
Let's nod.
stop
Let's nudge.
in this desert?
They do if you hijack them.
Do airships deliberately stop in this desert on their own without undue influence?
True. Is this place we're going even a destination? Wait, it was 180 miles away, or was it 80 miles away from the nearest outpost?
180.
180.
Oh, fuck! What are we doing?
Let's take an airship. So what do we? Oh yeah, I rolled a
Steal an airship.
I wanted to know about the commerce of the airship.
All right. So there is a place in Alkenstar called. Oh, of course, my book decides to stop working.
I go there.
There's a place in Alkenstar that is referred to as. If I can find it. It is referred to. Where is this?
BFO, you want to go to the place in the book that we can't access right now?
I'm gonna call it Pilot's Alley. Pilot Square. There we go. And
probably have
there's what's that?
We probably have food. Yeah, I'll go. All right. The two of us ask if anyone else wants to accompany us as we go and get an airship.
Yeah, I'll go along.
Roz,
I'm in.
Many hands make light work.
Do they sell parachutes?
they sell parrots.
Oh, we're gonna need 400
400 parrots?
on strings per person.
That's a lot of parrots. All right, let's see if we can afford 400 parrots.
I will leave a note for my husband with Phoebe saying, to Phoebe, if we're not back in like a day or so, give him this note, and if we're not back in a couple weeks or so, give him the other one. And the first note will explain it without letting anyone know where we're going, that I have been called away on a sudden work trip, and then the second one will be a little more heartfelt in the case that I fort save and die.
Mm-hmm.
I became a pirate and I'm flying over the desert. Don't look for me. The booty is
Don't say any of that.
180 feet this way.
Maybe discussing some of the booty. not the treasure kind.
Got it.
That's in the first letter. That's not in the second one.
I leave a letter with Mother. It says, to Tefra, I am becoming an air pirate like we always dreamed of when we were little. Find me where the Tentacle Canyon ends.
Okay.
All right. It seems like Endure Elements is out of the picture. Is there some mundane equipment that we could get that could help us with extreme heat, camping, that kind of thing?
I mean,
There might be a charm version.
let's like talk to merchants who have caravans through the desert and ask what they use.
There have to be tribes that live in this, or people that travel this, right?
They're called the Waste because there's nothing there.
Yeah, but like there's stuff on the other side of it, right?
Yeah, people
There's
travel.
all
through it.
kinds of folks that go through all kinds of stupid
Can I do
environments.
knowledge Alkenstar to like walk around the town and talk to the correct people to get advice on surviving the desert?
Yes.
Some kind of
Quick, I use
Gather
knowledge right one to
information.
find right people.
I
Oh,
gather
that's a bad roll. I got 14.
My gather information is a 14 as well. But
So,
if my quokka helps, it's 15.
The quokka is so cute, people cannot resist talking to it, and therefore you.
Especially with the tricorn hat on.
I know. Oh my god! And like
I
you're
had
doing a little fife and drum sort of ordeal with your tactical assault harmonica.
I had this interesting inspiration.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe there's some drugs that can help us with elemental resistance.
Like the spice or something. We get so high we immediately travel there or something like that.
I mean,
Or lose the ability to feel.
we
Fucking cold.
Tesh is popular in the desert. Maybe.
I mean, we could get the canner of endless water.
That does sound like a great idea.
We should do that.
I mean, it's 320 gold, so I'd have to not get my shot room and still do that.
But it also just sounds generally useful.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have to worry about the heating up portion, which we can solve with pallets of wood and
Well, no, which we can solve by being sprayed with water constantly every step we take.
no, but
Yeah.
heating up in the night.
Oh,
Not cool.
Yeah, I'm glad you went there, Kasawana.
Please don't put water on me at night.
Well, that's why we get a bunch of weapons with the Fang Ribbon and turn them into desert wolves.
yeah,
And
honestly, that still may be our best bet.
What is a fang room?
it is the cheapest magical rune you can get on a weapon, and it turns your weapon into a wolf.
It turns you into a
It
wolf,
turns you into a
and
wolf.
the
That's
weapon
what
is
it
one
is.
of your teeth or something.
I would never.
And then you get a wolf coat.
Yeah.
They live in the desert.
so
What? Wolves live in deserts?
The desert wolves do.
Well,
Those are usually called coyotes
for
around here.
example, you can be other types of appropriate.
Maybe an African dog, something that lives out in the desert.
I think you could, yeah, like you could for sure flavor that how you want it to. If you want it to be a what's it called, coyote.
I choose a polar bear.
I want to be a quokka.
Okay. I think it has to be some sort of canid.
Yeah, no, see, I took care of that when I built my character, so I'm good.
I'll be a thylacine.
Oh,
So much for moose.
Rit, man.
Okay.
But I
we
mean,
each get a
yeah,
Fang rune on our teeth.
Knife.
okay.
And
Doesn't it have to be a magic weapon with a potency rune?
oh, does it?
It's really expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. It needs
yeah.
a +1. I mean, does everyone not have a +1 weapon yet?
No, I'm a bard. Let's see. I'll just deal with it.
I will not have a fang round.
There's something called elemental wood. How much is this?
That's
That
just
sounds sexual.
that's what I was thinking too. It's like an Ifriti that wants a good time.
Sounds like you might find this in the desert. Man,
Okay,
come across.
an incubus with a particular slant.
Okay, but are you elemental wood or elemental wooden?
Okay, I get cold weather clothes and a decanter of endless water.
Okay.
But I get one that's small size, so it's at a discount.
I don't think that's how that works.
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Wait a minute. Do I have any alchemical solutions to this?
Wait, if
I don't know.
clothing is the same for all sizes, I get cold weather gear for something that is 2 sizes larger than me and cut it in half. Russell, I have a cold weather clothing outfit for you.
Oh,
Yeah, but it only covers the inks.
Thanks, Tag. I think I'll hold off on this, but I do appreciate that.
I use prestidigitation and mending in
How much
the
was the
different
decanter?
varieties
Oh,
until
well,
it actually
you know what? That-
bodies.
That kind of worked. I think that's a loophole in the mechanics of the game.
So now, does that make 2 full-size coats?
Wait
Sweep
a
up
second.
appears
Be careful
and
with your-
smashes the fourth wall.
Well,
I have a new idea. I would like to endlessly buy equipment that is 2 sizes large for me.
Oh my
Cut
god.
it down and then sell one.
Um,
But
I think you just found the decanter of endless loopholes here, Ryan.
No, I don't do that. That's silly. Instead, I investigate the pilot's plaza / square.
Okay.
I think all of us go with you, right?
23.
And just to resolve John Smith earlier with the desert uh, goods that might help you survive in the desert, you really think the decanter of water is your best bet. Hide armor is something that would help because it's dried out, and like if it's like the less heavy armor you're wearing, the better. Um, but if you
It
have
won't cook us alive. Amazing.
what's that?
It won't cook us alive.
Yeah, exactly. So hide armor is
That's
going to be better.
that's what I'm wearing.
But obviously that's up to y'all if you wanted to pick up hide armor instead of your regular metal armor. But you do think that metal armor would be giving you a bit of a disadvantage in the desert, at least while traveling.
Leather is what I currently have. Is that okay?
I think you're good.
Do I still have the pink leather from the powder keg gangs? Huh?
Sure,
Powder
yeah.
keg, not powder peg. That's a different group.
Power puff, but okay.
The powder puff girls.
Yeah, we have the powder keg gang's pink armor. I think I still do, or I sold it. Shit. I'll have to get more.
Okay.
But you make your way into the square. Or
I'm
into
going to
the
pick
pilot
up some
square.
hide armor. That is
Okay.
going to increase my AC.
Doesn't
Okay.
increase your stealth.
23
No.
perception as I look around the square and look for interesting people, especially people into motorcycles.
Okay, you see a halfling. And the halfling is standing next to what looks to be like a bar that is kind of open to the square. So it seems like you could walk up to the bar, get a drink, and walk around the square with your beer, your ale, or whatever. But you see a halfling standing next to the bar, the shorter portion of the bar. There's like a halfling-sized bar and a medium person-sized bar, and he's shouting, "We've got airships galore here in Pilot Square. Come on over, check us out."
I come on over to check it out. Hail, friend! Isn't it time for afternoon tea? I can light up your pipe if you're ready for a smoke.
Well, thank you very much. What's your name?
My name's Tag, and how about yourself?
Oh, my name is... I'm gonna look it up right now.
That's an interesting name. I haven't heard of anyone named
Halfling
that in
names,
quite some time.
My name is Vinrick Boulderbrand.
Oh, yes.
Do you have any Boulder brandy from your family's heritage? I've heard
Afraid
that stuff really rocks your socks off.
Afraid not. We're actually a tequila family. You know, all
I
the
must have you mixed
cactus
up.
in the desert.
That makes sense. Be careful with the mescal. Can drive you half blind, I heard, or half crazy. Depends which half of the brew you have.
Now,
You were saying something. Oh, go ahead.
because you walked up to me, I'm assuming that you're looking for a pilot. Is that correct?
No, I came to the bar for a drink, but if you have a pilot, I could perhaps be convinced.
Well, you're looking at him. Where you going?
We're going here. There were some naturalists looking at the mana waste effects in the scarred part of the desert. Don't know if you're familiar, but it would be a there and back.
Oh, that's a good one, friend. I wish you the best with it. Now, where you actually going?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, there's a city on the other side of the mana waste in Geb, right?
Well, yeah, you're going to Geb?
No, it's before Geb. There's a incredible trade if you go there. You see, They're very productive with their whole nation of undead and all that. Or is that next? I always get them mixed up. Anyways, trade's pretty good. And one of the outskirt towns is in need of some manufactured, some gizmos, some, I don't know what they have used for this construct of half a sphinx, but we don't question. We just need delivery.
At this moment, a tiefling walks up. She sits at the bar and she looks
Oh,
over at the two of you.
schools for my friends. Oh, okay, go ahead.
And she says, Boulder Brand, are you giving these customers a hard time? And Boulder Brand looks at her and says, Farah, this is this is my this is my take. You stay out of this now. Oh, sure. Excuse me. So sorry, Boulder Brand. Have a nice little chat. And the
Farrah,
tiefling
was it?
orders a drink.
Farrah, what are you drinking?
Oh, I'm having a little pint of ale. Would you like to join me?
Ale. That sounds great. I'm actually a little bit parched. I I was talking to this helpful halfling fella here, and he doesn't even have afternoon tea. A halfling that doesn't have afternoon tea doesn't sound quite right by me. Wondering if maybe you are more on the straight and true.
Oh, well, I think that excuse me, bartender. I'll have a nice little cup of tea along with my ale if you don't mind. Would you like one as well? What's your name?
My name's Tag. Nice to meet you of the Quevedo clan. Are you familiar?
Oh, I'm afraid I'm not, but I would love to get to know y'all. And
Perhaps it's for the best then.
and you see her kind of wink over at Boulderbrand, and Boulderbrand huffs off and walks away.
Get fucked.
Fair
So,
Winslow's my name.
Fair Winds.
I'm going to buy 2 more bucklers.
What a great slant there is to that name. Well named.
Now.
I don't know too much about tiefling customs, I must be honest. Much of the tall folk are a little bit beyond my ken.
And reach. Oleander sits just sort of off to the side there under his breath.
I'm curious, what vessel do you command? I take it you're a pilot.
She kind of sighs. Well, I was. I was the best pilot in Alkenstar for quite some time. Any one of these people will tell you true. And I did my fair share of travel, bringing people from this side of the Alkenstar all the way over to the other side of the desert. Every now and then stopping in between and checking out what's on the ground. Scary place down
The
there.
naturalist would. Oh, it's exhilarating though.
I would say most people don't want to go down there if they can help it, but
Most
anyway,
people's lives don't depend on excitement like us gnomes.
she gives you a side eye. Interesting. Are you saying you're trying to charter a ship into the Mana Wastes?
And then some. Hopefully, and back. That's the end of that sentence, right? To the Manaways and back.
She holds up her tea and back.
What do you think it would take to get you a ship? Also, do you mind me asking what happened to the last one?
Oh, my ship's perfectly fine. She's been sitting in dock for quite some time now. It's been a while since I've flown her out into the desert. All these folks want these young, hip, popular pilots that are out here just taking them across the desert. Nobody wants to go in. But the second kiss
Outdrive.
is
How
sitting in
terribly
dock.
good. I think, oh, what a perfect name for a vessel.
That actually is pretty good, yes.
Captain, my captain, I think we can come to an accord.
Well, I
Yeah, it's
like
a
this a
city.
lot. And oh, sorry. Go ahead, Oleander.
Oh, he was just making a joke
Yeah,
about
thank
the
you.
accord and civic thing.
So
Don't mind him.
she takes her tea and she drinks it all in one gulp, puts it down, takes her ale,
Drinks
downs
that
her
all in one
ale.
gulp.
Yep. And then looks at you, Tag, and says, Captain Pharaoh Winslow, at your service. My skeleton crew may be small, but they are the best of the best here in Alkenstar, and we've flown for many years. I look forward to taking you into the Mana Wastes.
I drop my tea into the ale like a car bomb and just down it all together. Oh, that was a mistake. Well, fun experiences, whether good or bad. It is great to make your acquaintance. And you might be named Winslow, but I have imagined the winds will be fast behind us.
As you say that, a group of four, no, a group of, yeah, two people approach. Two halflings. No, one gnome and one halfling.
Okay. These
Uh,
rapidly changing numbers and people approach.
yep, excuse me, and that's going to change again. It's a half elf and a. What is this? All right, whatever.
An
Two.
amorphous and a half elf approach the bar. This is the start of a rapidly changing joke.
uh, two individuals approach, and Winslow turns around. One of them is a half elf, and she pats the half elf on the shoulder. Ah, Dezen, it's good to see you. We've got a group of passengers who's ready to go into the mana wastes. And Dezen, like this male half elf with a flintlock musket at his belt.
You have my attention.
he looks up. You see him get kind of like nervous for a moment. Like it's pretty clear his face is nervous, and then he gets a little. Well, yes, all right. Looks like we're going into the Mana Wastes. My name is Dezen Drakes, second in command on the Second Kiss. It's nice to meet you, fellas. From friends, I handle most of the logistics here on this dirigible airborne. Um, it's good to meet you. I'm loyal to my captain, and I'm loyal to the people who are on my ship, so I look forward to giving you the best experience I can give you.
Loyalty will be earned. I see that the captain has earned yours. I'd like to read into the hesitation there. Could I sense motive?
Yeah, give me a perception check against Will DC.
19.
As soon as Mana Wastes was mentioned, that was what made him nervous. You think that even even people who fly into the Mana Wastes regularly know that it's
It's a
not
rough time.
it's rough. Yeah.
So it sounds like we're not going for an easygoing trip, but you knew that already. Anything we should know about in advance? Anything we could do to prepare?
Well, I would just say come prepared with some water, some materials, some food. We'll have some aboard the vessel, but just gotta take things slow. We'll one day at a time. We'll be all right. We just gotta keep our wits about us.
What? Oh, Yeah, that's what you mean. Got it. Very good. Well, it's nice to make your acquaintance. And who's this companion with you? I can't seem to make out any details about them.
You see a halfling, um, and he has like black mutton chops, black hair, and he's wearing goggles and coveralls. Um, oh, my name
It's
is
the
Luck. Go ahead.
it's the coveralls. They cover your features.
Yeah.
Are you a halfling?
Oh yeah. I'm Mr. Lucky Lanks.
Mr. Lynx, it is an incredible pleasure to make your acquaintance. Are you ready for your afternoon tea? That's what we were stopping for a spot of.
Oh sure, I'll have some tea with you.
And I offer a candle to light his smoke.
And he accepts it as two other members of the crew approach. Two goblins, a female and a male. And
Yes,
they are
this crew
bickering
is so great.
they are bickering back and forth. Noby, you can't do that. Gebin, don't tell me what to do. Noby, you can't do it. Gebin, I will have this ship up running just as fast as you can. Just let me do my job, okay? That doesn't go there, Noby. Yes, it does, Gebin. And they're just bickering back and forth.
I like that voice.
It is so good.
Thank you.
So very good. I kind of just want to watch this crew and just take a back seat.
I like the second guy.
Kevin
Lucky
or
Lanks?
Novi?
Or Dezen.
Yes. No,
The half
you
elf.
meant to the goblins.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Novi.
hmm And they do look to be twins.
I mean, they all look the same.
Whoa!
Do they look like imps? That's the only thing I care about.
They do not.
Good.
They look like
All right.
goblins.
I can't see.
I don't
okay.
think I have anything for them. Sorry.
After some time,
And oregano.
yes, you are talking to the group. You get a feel for kind of this quirky, strange, but probably very capable group of airship sailors. They all look like they're covered in grease. They are they have like tools all over their belts, and they look like they've got a heavy tan, which means they've probably been out in the sun on the observation deck. A couple of them have some scars. They look pretty capable, and it seems like Winslow has chosen each of these people for an express purpose. Like every single person in this crew looks like they have a specific job and they are really good at that one job. Just judging by the way that they're dressed, the way that they interact with each other, the things they say, and you get the feel that you're being welcomed
I don't
into.
have a lot of experience with crews,
Mhm.
but I was gonna try to suss out, like, just in general terms, like I know gangs a little bit. Like,
Mhm.
obviously, there's a clear leadership of captain, second in command,
Mhm.
but is there like the one who makes the call of directions, like the boatswain kind of thing? Or
Yeah.
what is it, boatswain?
Bosun.
Bosun, that's it.
Yeah.
Is there a gunner? Is there that kind of thing?
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
That was a dirty 20.
Okay. Dezen Drakes, the male half elf, who kind of talks like this. He's the bosun of the crew with that flintlock musket at his side. Nolby and Gebben seem to be the technical team. They're the ones who are repairing the ship. They're the ones who are trying to keep it airworthy. And then Lucky Lanks. You get kind of a weird vibe from this one. Seems like maybe he's the newest of the crew. And he handles, like, he's wearing a leather, what's the word? Like, attached to his belt is a leather strap, and it's holding a book. And you take a look at that, and you think that he's probably the one who handles, like, cargo manifests, and supervises any loading or unloading.
Like a quartermaster
Kind of a
thing.
quartermaster, yeah, exactly.
Okay. Apart from the musket, do I see militaristic capabilities? Casters, anything like that?
No, you don't. Let's
Cool.
see here. Yeah, they don't seem like they. You think they're scrappy, but nothing other than the musket.
So I assume we're walking towards the second kiss. So I do want to get some matters of business sorted out before we're aboard.
Of course.
Of course, if we're deciding where to go, then part of the cost is going to come from us. But it also seems like we could provide some important protection, which should warrant some kind of discount for the travel. What are you thinking?
Well, you see, I normally charge 50 gold piece a person to ride aboard this ship with us. But go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, but good friends and protect the ship discount.
If you're willing to fight any, oh, I don't know, fight anything that might come our way in the skies for us, like peritons, help us,
Or even single times.
correct, sure.
So is a periton 4,000 pounds?
I don't
Any-
know what a periton is.
I mean, out of character, I do. Me neither. Just go along with it.
any other airships that might try to stop
Like
us
cake
from
mites. No,
reaching our
it's not cake
destination.
mites. What are they called? Not cake mites. Oh, pirates. Like pirates.
Like pirates, yeah. I'll drop that down to 25 gold apiece.
20 gold apiece seems reasonable.
20, you are a sneaky one there, Tagarun. 20 it is.
All right. 20 for 4 people.
Per
Besides
person.
of it.
Person, there's
Oh, you don't want a cleric aboard just to bless the ship? I thought that was going to be free. And also, we have a doctor. I thought that would be an important thing.
push your luck.
All right, all right. Lucky Link.
Who are we leaving behind?
Lucky Link seems
I'll go
more
with
than
the-
most of the same.
The bag of holding, box form, so pets don't count.
I have been talking to them as an actual person for a bit.
Yeah, you can be a box.
I mean, that too.
You got sick.
Do we have, what is that, 120 gold? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120?
I have 20.
I can pay my own way.
Yeah, I have 20.
I don't have anything.
We all got 25 for this mission when she gave us
Oh,
that
that's true.
triptych.
Okay. So, yeah, we could do that.
Net gain of 5.
All right. Now, are you wanting to go check in with Phoebe Dunsmith once more, or you want to just get on the second kiss and head out?
No, no,
We
no,
get some-
no, no, no.
We get some resources first.
So you just get on the
Like-
ship and leave without doing anything else?
We shall
No.
Dawn.
I
Okay.
will spend some time trying to explain this to my husband at some point.
Okay.
I'm just hanging out with Lucky Links. Do we have an extra one of those leather armors?
I bought hide armor already. Do you
What
want the
were
second
you
one?
wearing?
I'm gonna wear the hide armor eventually.
We leave in the
I was just
morning?
gonna have
Oi! DM,
Okay.
I need a word with you.
GM.
What's up?
I need a cooking pan, a half-pound of corn, vinegar, sugar, salt. I need 2 fishing gaffs, 2 spears, rope, and a hammer. And for reference, spears cost 1 silver piece.
You mean a hammock, not a hammer.
Yes, a hammock. And a hammer. Now that I have made that mistake, item 10, hammer.
Okay.
We not only have a hammer, we also have a hammer machine.
And the hammer sword and the hammer.
So it's ready
But really
and
just a
willing
hammock.
to
Okay.
go.
Do you need to know how much all of that would cost?
Yes, please.
Okay, so for the cooking pan, pound of corn, half pound of corn, vinegar, sugar, salt. I think those first 5 items are going to run you like 2 gold together.
Fine. Crazy expensive, but fine.
It's
Let's-
that like
is that a
real
lot?
artisanal organic.
Yeah, all right. Best
corn.
quality ever. Remove
Let's-
gold. Done.
We can do 1 gold.
I'll pay 2 gold for the total just to simplify this.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Process. Get water. Put in pan. Throw in corn. Thickness must be 1 inch. Boil for a half hour. Skim out corn. Distill for another 10 minutes to a reduced
I
weight.
already love
Add sugar and salt. Reduce to a paste. Keep that separate into another glass. Add vinegar. Add corn syrup, because that's what I just made. Corn syrup. Reduce once more. Now we have glue. Now use glue. All right. We cut the gaff at the hook and attach it to the spear 4 feet from the top.
Yeah, tags left.
I soak the rope in the glue and I wrap the rope around the gaff to attach the gaff to the spear, making a hook on a spear. This will make a raised stick where I can hook on the hammock, and in the desert, I will not be sleeping on the floor.
Okay.
And
I like
made
it.
2 of these.
Okay.
Oh, craft check, yeah. I forgot.
What?
Yeah.
All of this for a 1 would be incredible. It's
It's breaking the first night I go out.
Magpies an elevated ton.
I will tell you.
2 gold or 1 gold?
2 gold for the whole thing.
I buy an elevated ton for 2 gold.
The important part is I'm proud of what I made, okay? And none of you can take that away from me.
I was enraptured this entire time.
Okay.
Well, now I know how to make glue. All this research has taught me how to make homemade glue.
It's pretty good. I look forward to your next to your attempt in real life here.
Yeah. What's the second winds look like tomorrow morning?
The second kiss.
The second kiss.
Yeah, that's it.
looks like. Hang on.
It's
Let me
called
see
the
if I can get a
breaking wind
picture.
or something like that. Gee, no. Or the breaking kiss.
Okay. It looks like this. Let's see here.
Looks like an airship.
So far, I'm just seeing the Burma was in already.
Okay, so it is a. I'm horrible at describing this. I don't know how to describe this. I'm gonna send it to the
You're
Discord.
a sailor.
Okay, so imagine a balloon. What's the thing called? The German
A zeppelin.
airships? Zeppelins, yes. Imagine a really tiny zeppelin with
Okay.
2 nacelles, one on either side.
The little engine things on the Starship Enterprise.
Yes, so one on each side, with propellers at the front.
Oh, there it is.
And it has a long metal rudder in the back, a small cabin at the bottom, and a little balcony in the very back of the ship. There are ropes that line the entire balloon. It seems like there are even ropes, like rope ladders, in parts of the balloon. And there looks to be a compass made of metal at the very top of the ship.
Is that a crane system?
So that is
No,
actually part of the like text
Text
box.
box above it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought that was going to be the coolest Zeppelin I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Let's have a little mask-looking top piece.
It also has a giant lipstick mark painted on its
It
side,
does.
which I
It's
adore.
fantastic.
Mhm.
And I
Does it
imagine-
have two of them?
Yeah,
or is
'cause it's
this
the
just the second
kiss.
one?
There's one on one side.
What
one
did
on
she?
the other.
What did she do to the first kiss?
I think there
Oh,
is
that's
only
the
one
quest
lipstick
unlocked.
mark. Yeah.
Yes. Quest unlocked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first kiss was I guess another ship.
Great. I asked to be shown our quarters. It's
So she
1K high club, anybody?
nah, I'm not interested.
And I'm married now.
Rosalind, are you interested? I'm not interested.
she is not.
Yeah, well, you and me.
I should have.
I'll try to have no teeth, but you should ask the twins. I'm sure they'd be down.
Hopefully not simultaneously.
Okay, so you walk to a. This is before you get into the ship. You walk down from Pilot Square along a. Okay, so I don't know if you remember the visual from earlier, but there's like a canyon in Alkenstar where a bridge runs across.
Yep.
Yes. That's where the
And
fishing people are.
there's a big waterfall. If you follow that river, that canyon back, so you cross the bridge and then you follow it further up river upstream, you get to Pilot Square. Well, a part of the canyon is actually Pilot Square. So Pilot Square leads off into the edge of the canyon. And all of these airships sit on these landing pads that stretch out over the canyon, and they're supported by these metal arch beams that stick into the canyon wall and arch up, and the landing pads sit atop those arches. And you arrive at this landing pad and you see that ship. It looks old, but pretty well maintained. And the two goblins run off toward the ship, and they start like opening up the doors, and the ramp comes down. Lucky Lanks looks to all of you, pulls out his book, and asks for each of your names to write down in the book. Do you give him your real name?
I give him my nickname, which is Tag.
Okay.
Oh, but with two G's, it's T-A-G-G, not T-A-G.
And he writes down your name. Is anybody giving a fake name?
I act like I am.
Okay.
I look really shifty and back and forth, and I go, "My name is John. John Smith." And I nod really big.
Right, Mr. John Smith.
Yeah. I'll give my real name.
Bob Beebe has only one name. B A H
No.
B E E B Y E.
Oh,
Bobby
I've been spelling
bye.
it wrong so long.
Bobby bye.
I'm not convinced that Bob Eby knows how to spell.
He might have taken some liberties with the spelling of his name.
He gets an H for effort.
And then
Oh, and that's Obey.
and they write down all your names. Lucky Lanks writes down all your names. If you give a fake name, then he writes that fake name down.
This is line give a fake name.
No, she gives her real name.
This is a boat manifest. If we're going down with this ship, we should probably have our names on it.
Yeah.
And Farrah Winslow walks up the ramp, turns around at the top of the ramp, looks down at all of you, and says, "Welcome to the second kiss. I'm going to go ahead and get our cabin all prepped, ready for y'all. And we'll be off shortly." And she looks at Dezen. Dezen, would you mind getting our guests all settled, please? Oh, yeah, all right. I'll go ahead and do that. Yes, ma'am. And Dezen walks up the ramp. Well, join me,
Okay.
please.
So, Dezen, is there another airship that is your main competitor for business? I only ask because there's the various arches holding the different platforms. I'd like to find out which one's your arch nemesis.
He gives a haughty laugh. No, I'm afraid we've been out of business for quite some time now. It's good to have a group of guests on board.
Oh, that's a shame to hear. There's so much interesting things that happen in the Manaways. If only more interesting characters came for the flight.
If we bleach her, will she stop making puns?
Oh my gosh.
Rosalind makes no puns and doesn't bleach, so it's worth a shot.
Okay. As you are boarding, you see a half orc running toward the ship. Excuse me. Excuse me. What do you do?
I cast Daze.
Really?
I cannot tell what alignment you are.
Okay. Do you actually cast Daze?
That's the plan, probably. Do you actually cast Daze?
I say, "Hail, are you friend or foe?"
Who first? Rise, Days.
I'm just trying to get aboard a ship.
Are you a crew member?
No, I have my coin here, I promise.
Dozen? Last minute edition or not?
Dezen walks down.
I also want to sense motive on this orc. Half orc.
Mm-hmm.
The difference.
Natural 20 for a 29. Do they have a golden gun?
They do not have a
Good
golden
luck.
gun. They seem to be running from something.
No.
Okay, but apart from their eagerness to board, it's not like, I don't know.
They seem to have no idea who you are.
Okay. Yeah, come aboard. Come on.
Oh,
That's what people want us to think.
all right. Or Dezen. Well, all right. Oh, sure. Come on board. Lucky, go ahead and take their name. Oh yes, I'm Celessa Terada. Yeah. Okay. Here's my coin. How much is it? Oh, that's gonna be
It's
50,
55.
55 gold. Oh, that's a steep price. Well, I suppose I have it. Okay. Yeah, here's your 1, 2. If that's 10. Here's 55. And she hands it to him. And y'all board the ship.
Doesn't
And
find her seat.
yeah. The goblins pull the ramp up. and the propellers begin to turn. And I think that's where we'll call session.
Nice.
But seriously, negotiate that finder's
Finder's
fee.
fee, yeah. I'm like, 55.
I didn't want to play your character, but I was like, please, please.
The bard of, I'll let you aboard, desperate man. Give me some money. I really have to work out what I do here and what I don't.
You think things and you like it. I was tempted to say slap him across the face. He'll like you.
You take a bite out of crime.
I have to show
Asking
you a
for money
picture of.
isn't bad, right? That's not evil.
I need to know what these people look like because
Yeah.
the tiefling is probably impossibly hot
Yeah.
given the track record so far with the art from this. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So are we still recording or are we out?
No, we're done.
Oh, we are recording, but I'll stop that.